Your brain just made a decision for you, and you didn't even notice. You haven't heard a single word yet, haven't seen a shred of proof, but your brain has already decided that 1 million is better than 0. You think you're judging the content. In reality, you're judging the number. And here is the uncomfortable truth. If YouTube removed view counts tomorrow, most of our clicks would change. This is the darkest corner of the internet, a video with 0 views. Locked away here are millions of hours of editing complex research and brilliant ideas that you will never see. Most videos on this platform will never even hit 1,000 views. They simply vanish into the digital abyss, not because they're bad, but because you won't click. Imagine 10,000 years ago. Night, bitter cold, the forest. You see your entire tribe sprinting in one direction toward a cave. You don't ask why. You don't stop to analyze. You just run after them. Because if everyone is running, there's danger. If everyone is heading into the cave, it means it's safer there. For our ancestors, an empty cave was a red flag. If no one was there, it meant there was no food, or a predator was lying in wait. Safety was always where the crowd was, where there was fire, noise, and people. We call this social proof. And this mechanism is still inside you. Only now, instead of the cave, it's YouTube. Instead of the tribe, it's the view count. 1 million views? It's safe. 0. Something is wrong there. To the brain, 0 is an empty cave. And in our past, an empty cave often meant death. Do you think that's an exaggeration? No, it's instinct. 2 identical videos, the exact same edit, the exact same script. Under the first one, 1.2 million views. Under the second, 0. Which one will you open? You don't have to answer out loud. I've caught myself doing it too. I'd see an interesting topic. I'd see 12 views, and my brain would quietly whisper, "Don't waste your time. If this were any good, it would have views." There is a simple psychological principle. If a lot of people are doing something, it's right. If no one is doing it, it's suspicious. The brain doesn't want to waste resources on double-checking. It's easier to trust the majority. That's why 2 identical videos with different numbers are perceived as 2 completely different videos. Every minute, over 500 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube. It's an ocean of content. But instead of giving you a fishing rod, the platform builds a glass wall around you. We call it recommendations. But in reality, it's digital Darwinism. And this is where the manipulation begins. The algorithm knows that you trust the majority, and it only feeds you things where the majority has already been. You think you're choosing for yourself. In reality, you're choosing from a pre-filtered menu. Let's be honest. The algorithm doesn't care about the truth. It doesn't care about depth. It doesn't care about meaning. Its goal is retention. To keep you from closing the tab, so you watch one more video, and one more, and another. The algorithm isn't optimizing for quality, it's optimizing for your weakness, for your fear of wasting time, for your fear of being the first one there, for your love of the familiar. When a video is released, the system tests it on a small group. If people don't click, it dies. Not because it's bad, but because people are afraid of the 0. And the algorithm knows this. It doesn't create your fear, it exploits it. That is a crucial difference. The machine sees that you click on big numbers more often, so it serves you big numbers. You think you like this specific content. In reality, you like the feeling of safety, and the algorithm feeds you exactly that. What happens to the creators? The system manipulates creators, forcing them to clone whatever has already worked. That's why you see the same faces with open mouths on every thumbnail. That's why every other video starts with the exact same phrases. They see what works, and they start copying. Brighter thumbnails, louder headlines, exaggerated emotions, because if you don't grab attention in the first 5 seconds, the machine buries you. This isn't creativity. This is adaptation to the system. It's not the best who survives. It's the most clickable. And gradually the feed turns into an assembly line. The same formats, the same faces, the same reactions. Not because there's a lack of talent, but because the algorithm punishes risk and rewards predictability. This isn't a conspiracy, it's mathematics. But it's mathematics working against diversity. What do we get as a result of this game? Digital lobotomy. Since the algorithm and your primal fear punish any risk, creators have simply stopped being creators. They've become slaves. Why use your brain and create something new when you can copy what the crowd has already chewed on for the 100th time? It's the Xerox effect. Every subsequent copy is dumber, flashier, and emptier than the last. But it's safe. It won't make you think, which means you won't leave. This is intellectual starvation. Smart ideas, complex questions, true art, it's all rotting in the sewer of zero views because it doesn't have a loud wrapper. It doesn't know how to manipulate you. And here's the irony. To get views, you need views. To get subscribers, you need views. And to get views, someone has to be the first to click. It's a vicious circle. You don't click because there are zero views. And there are zero views because you don't click. The system isn't evil. It's just soulless. But a soulless system that exploits human instincts becomes terrifyingly effective. So what do? Delete YouTube? No. Stop watching what's popular? No. The problem isn't the millions. The problem is that we've let the numbers replace our eyes. We look at the view count before we even read the title. We trust the crowd more than our own choice. Try breaking your instinct just once. Click on something with low views, not out of pity, but out of curiosity. Take a risk. Open the cave where no one else is. Maybe there's nothing but trash inside, but maybe there's something that will change your world, while everyone else is watching the next piece of shock content. The irony is that this video started at 0 too, just like every video that is destined to become great. Maybe a year from now, this video will have 500,000 views, or maybe not. And the difference between invisible and legendary is sometimes just one person who wasn't afraid to be first. Outro. If you've listened this far, you've already stepped out of autopilot mode. And if you're interested in breaking down how algorithms use our brains against us, subscribe. Not because of a number, but because of a choice. Because next time, we're going to dissect another thing that you think is your own opinion, even though it was whispered to you.